And at last it's time to put it all back together.
You're watching Kodakuda Rider YouTube channel. Woo!
So let's first put these two back together. So if you remember, we pulled that hose off, one of the last things. Slip that back on there. Put the clamp on in a minute. And also this hose here. So there are our two breather hoses. You should remember we have that spring down in there. Do you remember that I took out? Which is this spring. Can you see there the little bump on the metal there where it sits? Okay. Some screws. First off, we need two for here. Okay, our spring's still in place down in there. Okay, so now we can put our adjusting screw in there. Go straight onto there. So our spring's still no problems in there. So let's do these screws up so it's all together. Wow, that's great news. Let's put our clip on for our hose. Wow, it looks fantastic. Okay, so now we want to put our choke rod through. Okay, we're ready to slide our choke rod through. Now, when we pulled these apart, I told you not to worry because they were exactly the same, but I'm sorry, that was a mistake. So as you can see now, they're actually two different angles. This one is nearly straight and this one is a bigger angle. So when we're putting our carbies together, this one goes on the outside to our choke here, and this one goes in the middle. So I'm sorry I made a mistake there. So please be careful when you're putting it back together. When we're putting this together, you'll see in this bar, see the little holes or the little recesses? That's where our screws go into. So you can't put them in the wrong place. Can you see it there? And there. So the screw will go into that. So you can't mix it up. But of course we've got our little nylon washers. One goes in there, and one goes in exactly the same place on the other one over here. Slide that in there. Okay. So let's, the outside one, so just slide it over your little choke there, and slide it in. There we go. Now we're in the center. Sometimes this is difficult for me because I've got really big hands and big fingers. That goes in there. A little bit of wriggling. There we go. We're all in. So now we can put our screws in here and here. So just turn it till you see that little cutaway that I showed you, so you know where it goes. Oh, there it is. I can see it in there. show you one more time so you can see it. See it there? So just get your screw lined up and screw it in, and it's exactly the right place. It's moving our chokes, no problem now. Before they were jammed, I couldn't do that. It's unbelievable now, the difference. So remember, we've got a washer under there. Here's our metal washer that goes under there. So that metal washer is a spacer. So we have a screw, spring, metal washer, and we also have fiber washer. So let's slide it in there. That's working perfect. Very, very good. So there we've got our two carbies together. So now we're ready to put the other two on. Okay, let's slide our gasoline line through. There we go. We can actually slide that clip on now to hold our hose on. I hope you can see okay. It's not great light at the moment, but I want to get this back together and on the bike. There we go. Okay, let me tip it up. Now we're ready for our first big metal. Okay, now we're ready for our first big brace here. Let's get a couple of screws in. I wouldn't do any of them up tight until you've got them all in, so you've got a little bit of wriggling room. It's great, great, great. Okay, let's get this in. So we're going to take that little clip off. There we are, the little clip. So we'll slide our pin over, perfect. Fiber washer. There we go, that's back on okay. Now let's put our choke rod back in. Same again, this little clip. I hate these little clips because my hands are so big and fingers. Look how small that is. Oh. There it goes. I'll put them in there. And there we are, we're all back together and ready to go on the bike. So it's an exciting time, everything's rebuilt, and let's hope it works perfect. Thanks a lot. Always remember, drive like you know each other, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Not yet.
Thank you.
Not yet.
Thank you.